To take questions, just raise your hand and we'll call on you individually. We'll start in front with Jeff and then Mike.
Tony, the numbers weren't good at either end of the court. One area of greatest concern to you was tonight.
No, I just think we got thoroughly outplayed. Credit to Boston College. They really played hard. They were physical, offensively and defensively, how hard they cut, moved, attacked the lane, and then defensively they pressured the ball, and they just got after us, and it was one of those games where you knew you were going to have to work to get open, knock down some tough drives and just be good, and then defensively you were going to have to make them earn. And, we made whenever we got to certain spots, we made some unsound decisions, and we just couldn't absorb it. But, yeah, they outplayed us from start to finish for the most part. I think we cut it to 4 in the second half and then had a tough shot. But, I knew that. That's how they were. We played very well against them at our place, shot it well, got it going. But this was all them for sure. So I don't think it was one area more than the other. I'm sure the tape will reveal a lot of stuff, but it seemed like it was both ends.
Mike.
Tony, Earl said during the week that he needed his guys to play with better poise and patience, ball security and shot selection. In other words, what did you think of their ball security, particularly in the second half, and their shot selection all night?
Yeah, good. I watched them, and they'll get down the floor quick, and if it's not there, they'll be very patient and sound and physical the way they played, and they did that. And then they were just defensively, they had that just, you could just feel it the way they were guarding you, and you love that when you're coaching that, and and they put us on our heels, and that was it was a lot for some of our guys, and that's we have to learn from that because of what we got coming up. Guys have put themselves in a great spot, I told them, but in that game at times it looked like we were on our heels on both ends of the floor, and you won't win against, at this stage of the year, against teams that are playing tough like that.
Okay. Jeff.
In each of the previous 3 games, more so the past 2, you guys have found a way to win even if they hadn't played great.
Yep.
Feel a little bit like they were playing with fire coming into this and needed to be stronger kind of from start.
Sure. Again, there are very few teams who have a big margin for error in the country. Our guys have done a terrific job to put ourselves in this spot, but our margin has been very thin. The last couple games against, Notre Dame and Louisville are talented, but they've struggled, and we've had, close games, and we've been in so many close games this year, and we've been fortunate to win, obviously, the majority of them, but we have not shot the ball well, whether it's finishing or, sometimes even at the free throw line, and that showed up again, and I didn't even think we got great looks. Usually we're getting good looks, but their defense took us out of some quality looks. So that was a problem. And, yeah, for sure, playing with fire, I don't know what the right word is, but we've got to try to figure out how to just find a way to, get out of some of the shooting slumps and be ready start to finish.
Okay. Mike.
Your offense has been bailed out is the right term, but your guys have been great at getting to the rim when shots aren't falling. It seemed like tonight that was a little bit harder. Was that credit to the defense, or what did you see there?
For sure. Credit to their defense and their on-ball defense, their help defense, and just their physicality. And when we did get there, we had a hard time finishing. They did a good job of challenging or contesting our shots. And, we just kind of went in there. Sometimes it looked like we just hoped, threw them up there and hoped it was going in. And you either got to, play off 2, draw a foul, or make the next pass, or attack and finish.
Okay, we'll take one in the far right and then in the middle.
BC's newspaper. The atmosphere was what you expected. Did it cause any issues throughout the game?
Meaning what? Yeah, it seemed like a good crowd. The students, it's gotten. I think that's a credit to Coach and Coach Grant and the players. They brought some excitement. I thought the students were alive, and I think they sensed, and people get behind teams that really battle and play hard, and I think they sensed, boy, I think we're going to get these guys, as this thing wore on, and you could feel the crowd get into it. So I thought the crowd was good. I don't know the attendance, but again, credit to them, and they a lot of excitement, and they're, I think, a team certainly on the rise, and did a good job last year. So it's probably the best atmosphere we've had since we've been here.
Just
Take one in the middle.
there was Jaden Gardner limping or injured or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't know if he cramped up. I wasn't sure. I just took him out because I saw him, so I haven't had a chance to check on him.
Okay, Mike and then Jeff.
Tony, you want to see him before Carolina, obviously. You matched up with them, but they got hurt, I guess, a minute into that game. Obviously, how different will they be with him on the floor, and what challenges do they present?
Yeah. They were without Nance too, so way different team, and obviously in that setting, and every game down the stretch matters for us, matters for them, and who you're playing, so you'll have to be ready, but he's one of the best in our league and very physical, and so, we'll have a great challenge and another great opportunity, and hopefully we'll perform better than we did tonight, and it'll take a lot.
Okay, one last one, Jeff.
I know you don't want to single out anyone playing a game like this, but it seemed like the 3 points that they hit on with like one, they inbounded with one.
Yep.
The shots like hit a 3. At that point, to that point, you stayed connected. I think that made it a 7-point game.
Yeah.
At that point, they kind of separated or stayed. Did that seem at the time like?
Yeah, that hurt. I thought we had a good stand. Certainly it did. I think, again, we cut it to 4 in the second half.
And Mac had that 3.
Yeah, off of Isaac, yeah.
44, 37, didn't.
Oh, we never cut it to
I
4?
don't think we did.
I thought we had it at 44-40, wasn't it?
40, okay.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
Kihei
okay,
went
another one.
and like drove and got it blocked, and then all of a sudden they went down and scored right away, and then it separated. So, but yeah, no, I was, in a game like this, we've had some bounces go our way and some fortunate things happen. And today, when it was the end of the shot clock, or we maybe had one of our few good defensive stands, they did make a couple of tough shots. We did an okay job on Quentin, and he's, I think, one of the best bigs in our league for sure. Guarded him, but they had their way with their guards attacking the paint and getting into our defense. And so when our defense has been strong and kind of bending but not breaking, it broke many times tonight. So we've got to regroup and battle and get ourselves ready for the next one. Is that right or is that wrong? Did it go?
Yeah,
5?
we never-
5 early, that was 44-37.
Yeah, 7.
Oh,
And I
well,
think Kevin
okay.
opened 3.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Wishful thinking, right? Just like that.